Hey everyone, and welcome to me playing points for the first time since my injury. I want a point to start us off. As you can see above, it's important to play as many points as possible, especially if you're, that's a ridiculous shot, preparing to play a tournament. Just because obviously, like I mentioned before, there's really nothing like competing. Just to find that kind of understanding your game and what you're doing well and what you could potentially improve. Many times when you play, I'm sure you've probably had that or you practice, you hit the ball really good on one side, but when it comes to the points, you struggle. My biggest suggestion, obviously unless there's a big technical deficiency, would just be play as many points as you possibly can, just to try and get over that little mental block. Today I'm playing against my friend. He's solid off both wings, extremely quick. So like there, for example, it's always good to go back behind with something fast because they're expected to move to the opposite corner. I also think this is a good camera angle for tennis just because you can see the height over the net, especially on my forehand. Obviously the backhand tends to be a little bit lower or flatter for a double-hander anyway. The other thing, which is the reason why I like to play on these courts, is because they're so much slower. You tend to be able to use your full arsenal, be it height, spin, speed, width, the whole shebang basically, which is obviously, especially if you're a junior, I think is essential for the development of your game. It also enables you to think about, let's say, serve and volleying and making sure your serve is good enough, because obviously if it's not, being a slow court, you'll get picked off. Likewise with your volley, you've got to be very clinical. It's why I'm a big advocate of playing on clay, again as a junior, just because you can develop your skill set, drop shots, slices, patience and whatnot. I used to train with Dan Evans actually many years ago, and I once asked him what the biggest difference was between players who are 6, 7, 800 compared to someone who's 200, 100 and above, and he said the biggest difference is the guys who are higher are more comfortable with the ball in court. So on that note, there's no coincidence that the best players in the world, the top 10, are all extremely good on clay, just because they're brought up in it. They have a higher shot tolerance, and thus they're more comfortable playing the longer rallies and playing in the bigger moments under pressure, because in those big moments under pressure, it's all about how you feel in terms of how confident you are keeping the ball in, executing your game plan. Nice little inside in for him. So again, whilst you're playing points, especially practice points, it's good to develop the kind of patterns that you're going to implement into the match court, which is what I'm trying to run through. That's a great shot. Making sure I'm using my, the forehand as much as possible to move your opponent around, being very solid in the backhand cross, creating that width. Beautiful inside out there. And now we're coming to the last point or two. It was great fun getting out there playing points again. I missed it a lot, loved it in fact. And pretty lucky to end on that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it.
What I would do for you. What I would do for you.
Hi everyone, and that concludes the week in the life of a tennis player. So from Monday, we did strength, Tuesday metabolic, Wednesday core, Thursday power, Friday rebound, and now Saturday was the verse climber. Pretty tough week. Glad I managed to run through most things. I'll definitely do a second part to this at some point, obviously including the upper body in the strength session as well, and a few variations of my program. Obviously, as I get better as an athlete, the program will develop and cater for the need, the changes that I need. So yeah, as I said, really glad. I really hope you enjoyed the week. I had a lot of fun. It was tough as well. I'm pretty tired right now after that verse climb session. Glad to get some. Well, glad that it's done, and I'm looking forward to getting some food in me and having a rest later. Once more, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.